call Baltimore Charm City, and the Mariners hope that is the case for them to get out of here with some W's over this weekend series. As we welcome you to the Harbor area in downtown Baltimore, Mariners getting ready to take on the Orioles here at Oriole Park at Camden Yards, and a lot of Mariner fans on hand here, thumbs up and ready to rock after the Mariners win 2 out of 3 in Cleveland. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports crew. Take a look at the Mariner batting order that will face Y.N. Chen for the second time in a week.
Tonight's starting lineup is brought to you by Chevron, and leading things off it will be Austin Jackson. 349 hitter in the month of July, so it's good to have him with the club and leading off. Ackley, Cano, Morales, the cleanup hitter at first base tonight, not DHing, but at first. Then at Seager, D'Onofrio will hit 6 and play right field. Hart, Zunino, and Taylor rounding out the 9 for the Mariners. Take a look at the numbers for Chen on the year. Looking for his 12th win, 11-3 record, a 3.92 ERA, and 117 innings, 82 strikeouts. He's given up 18 home runs, something to keep in mind in this ballpark. Opponents hitting .279. Been able to get a lot of run support this year and a lot of fastballs from Chen. He's in the low 90s. The defense, Young in left field, Jones out in center, Markakis the right fielder, Machado at third, Hardy is at shortstop, Scope and Davis on the right side of the infield, and Joseph will do the catching. So for Chen, again, a lot of fastballs from him. You can take a look in his last outing against the Mariners. Was at Safeco Field. It was a good one. 8 innings pitched, 5 hits for the Mariners. They did not score off of them. Just 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. Threw 109 pitches in that outing. Look for the Mariners to be aggressive against him on his fastball today.
Manager Buck Showalter with Wayne Kirby to his right. Buck in his 4th year as manager here with the Orioles. Cloudy conditions here, as Austin Jackson about to make his Mariner debut in the leadoff spot against the #1 team in the American League East. A 1.5 game lead over Toronto. For Austin Jackson, very pleasant young man. Said it's been a wild 24 hours. I asked him about getting pulled out of the game yesterday in the 7th inning. Said, I've never seen anything like that, never heard of anything like that. He said it was sad to have to say goodbye to my teammates, but I'm excited about this new challenge. He said me and Lloyd go way back. Really good connection. Look forward to more of the same connection. I was very happy that he got, talking about Lloyd, that he got the manager job, and I'm thrilled to be here to play for him. So here we go. A couple of experienced veterans added to the Mariner lineup. Y.N. Chen has won 4 consecutive ball games. Here's the first pitch, and it's off the plate. Todd Titchener. He's been in Major League service for 4 years. He's out of the great state of Nebraska, working with Clint Fagan, Tim Timmons, and Tim Welke. Mariners here in Baltimore, first of 3 on what happens to be the birth date of Francis Scott Key, who wrote the Star Spangled Banner, not too far from here. Baltimore Harbor. 1-1.
And again with Chen, the first 3 pitches, all of them fastballs, all of them at 93 miles an hour.
Young man from Taiwan. It was a tough cookie. Jackson. Swinging this, he's gone.
This time Chen decides to elevate a fastball. This one at 94 miles an hour. It's at the top of the strike zone. Jackson not able to catch up with it.
Gonna bring up Dustin Ackley. Great month of July. Up and in. With ball 1.
Ackley with a 2-run home run in last night's ball game.
Late on that high fastball. 365 hitter in the month of July.
And for Chen, he has some late life on his fastball at 92 to 94 miles an hour. You would think the guys would have an easy time catching up with it, but a lot of late swings.
Broken bat ground ball to Scope. 2 away. Now with the 2 new guys coming in, a couple of guys had to leave. James Jones, Stephen Romero, both sent back to Tacoma. And and sent back with well wishes from Lloyd McClendon and company. Said, hey, those guys too young to be up here sitting on the pine. Get down there. We'll see them in September. And they're going to have a real good chance to make this ball club next year. And there's Chris Denorfia. He'll be batting in a 6-hole, playing in right field. 2 outs. Here's Robinson Cano. 4 for 22 with a home run against Chen.
I thought with Jones, knowing that he's going down, and I absolutely agree, he needs to play. If he's not going to play here, he needs to continue to play. But let's not forget the rosters will expand in September. It'll be great to have his speed back to help them for the last month.
Especially when you look at that daunting last road trip. So all hands on deck, baby. On a modest 3-game hitting streak. There's Kyle Seager talking with Howard Johnson, the hitting coach. No, 4 for 12. 4 for 12 on this road trip. Number 2 in batting to Jose Altuve. Been the case for a long time now. Here's the 0-2. Bouncing ball, Manny Machado, backhand. Kid's got an unbelievable arm, and Cano beats it out, thrown low in the dirt. Manny Machado, Gold Glove third baseman youngster. Let's take a look at what he did to Albert Pujols the last 2 nights. I mean, these are some of the sickest plays you're going to see from the third baseman.
You can see how strong his arm is, and he's actually a shortstop playing third base. But a powerful arm. Watch him set his feet. And that is something special to have that kind of arm. Read the label and let it go. And tried to make a similar play on Cano, but Cano was able to beat it out. Machado, Gold Glover winner last year.
First third baseman for the Orioles to win gold. It's Brooks Robinson.
We'll take a look at the play against Cano. Similar type of play that he had made. Not able to get quite as much on this throw. It's in the dirt. Cano looks like he would have been able to beat it out. So an infield hit for Robinson.
It's some arm. Morales 0-1. Tribute to Manny Machado. Some of his teammates are trying to replicate that throw, the plays he made against Albert Pujols.
How'd that work out for him? Probably not too well.
I don't think too well. One thing to get it across, but to get that one where, like you said, he looked at the label. That thing was humming. It was about, what, 3 feet off the ground. Come on. That's plus stuff. Brooks Robinson statue, one of the all-time greats. Wonderful player. Love dominated the 1970 World Series. Hit hard down the line and foul.
I think for the Mariners, what they're hoping is for Morales to get hot, and this should be a good series for him to do that in. A .364 lifetime hitter against the Orioles, and he hits .413 here at Camden Yards, so hopefully he'll have a big weekend for him.
He is, as they say, due. Serves it in the right field, slicing back to Marquette. Is one of the fine right fielders in the game. That'll do it for the Mariners. They get a hit, strand a runner. Orioles coming to bat against Roenis Elias. Birthday boy Roenis Elias, 26 today, making a start against the Baltimore Orioles. He got a no decision last week in 5 innings. Take a look. Batting order he'll face the first place Orioles.
And again, his job is to keep these guys in the ballpark. Second in home runs in the American League. Leading off, it'll be Markakis, Machado, and Jones. Then it's Cruz, Chris Davis. He's hitting just 198, 181 home average here, so hopefully that'll continue for the Mariners through the weekend. Hardy, Young, Joseph, and Scope rounding out the 9 for the Orioles. And for Elias on the year, 500 record, 8-8, 4.31 ERA, 110 strikeouts, 45 walks. Opponents hitting 245 against him. Good fastball. He'll be in the low 90s with his fastball. Great curveball. And his changeup has been one of his better pitches lately, especially to the right-handed hitters.
0-1 to Nick Markakis. 280 with 8 homers, 37 runs batted in. Mariners have held him in check. Elias's last victory, 21st of July. 5-2 win against the Mets. He went 5 1/3 in that one. That ended a 3-game losing streak. Good month of June. He went 4-2 with a 3.86 ERA. 3 times this season he's won back-to-back ball games. Behind early, 3-0. On deck hitter Manny Machado. First strike of the evening for Roenis. Really good for the Mariners to get out of Cleveland. 2 out of 3. They win there. And last year here in Baltimore, they went 2 out of 3 after losing 6 consecutive ball games here in this ballpark. Line drive, center field, base hit for Nick Markakis.
Take a look at the defense for the Mariners. Different looking outfield for you. Ackley in left, Jackson in center field, Denorfia getting the start in right, and then on the infield, Seager at third, Taylor and Cano playing up the middle, Morales getting a start at first base, and Mike Zunino will do the catching.
Good panoramic view of a great ballpark. I'd say Safeco and this ballpark are the 2 best in the American League. A lot of clouds here, but we are told that we'll get this game in. Foul back.
One of the things I've talked about this year is for the Mariners, because their pitching is so good and they also play great defense, and so do the Orioles. Playing with the lead is where you want them, and that's especially true against these Orioles. This year, when they get the lead, they are 41-9.
Great bullpen. As mentioned, both of these are the top 2 defensive teams in the American League. 0-2 to Machado.
Good changeup from Elias off the plate away.
Showalter, John Russell's bench coach. Swing and a miss, and Machado's gone. Good breaking ball. One out. Bring up Adam Jones.
Take a look at this last pitch. Again, we were talking about his changeup and how much it has improved. Back-to-back changeups to Machado. And again, as long as he keeps it down in that area, he will be in good shape. Great location on the changeup. Good look from our McDonald Supermo in the swing of Machado.
Also celebrating a birthday today, Adam Jones, his 29th.
So as you look at their lineup, he's the one that you have to be careful with. He's a .394 hitter against left-handed pitching.
Whoa, what a stop by Seager. All-star quality double play. Beauty. That ball was was smoked off the bat of Adam Jones, and what a play turned in by Kyle Seager to start an around-the-horn double play. This is a play you can burn into your mind thinking about Kyle Seager. Look at this.
A great play by Kyle. First step quickness, a key at third base. And Kyle, that's what it is, a step and a dive. Perfect throw to Cano and an easy turn to get the speedy Jones. Elias likes it. Why not? I'm talking about Machado, but Kyle Seager is starting to get a reputation as being one of the top defensive third basemen in the American League.
To be sure. What a great play. And yep, he's going to lead off. Seager, DeNorfia, and Hart. Elias, 17th double play he's induced, third most in the American League. Easy ground ball, Chris Davis and away. And now making his Mariner debut, Chris DeNorfia. Good to have him here with the ball club. Arrived here about 3:30. Only guy who knows on the ball club is Chris Young. Played together with him in San Diego. So I said, you know, what do you bring it to the table? I can play all three outfield positions, bat anywhere in the lineup. I said, well, you know, Padres maybe didn't. We were talking to Lloyd about in a trade, as we discussed yesterday. One team doesn't want you, one does. He says, well, it wasn't so much that San Diego didn't want me. It was my time was up. Said AJ Hinch came up to me. Yeah, AJ Hinch came up to him yesterday. Said, "Dude, I can't put you in the lineup tonight. We got something brewing here." So he said he's thrilled to be here, happy to help a club that's in the run for some postseason action. And
he's a career 301 hitter against left-handers.
Gonna love that. Hey, he's thrilled to be here. All 2 strikes.
Well, Lloyd, more veterans on the club. He certainly will like that. His bench will look a lot better, especially when Willie Bloomquist comes back off the DL. Willie had been really playing well. It's good to have him back. Yeah, he was having a good year, so it'll be good to have Willie back and give Lloyd some options.
Chris out of Bristol, Connecticut. He's played for Cincinnati, Oakland, and San Diego. On the ground to the shortstop, J.J. Hardy. 2 away. The peach of the series next Tuesday and Wednesday. Mariners and Braves compete in a rare interleague matchup at Safeco Field. And whether you come out to Tuesday 7:10 game or Wednesday afternoon's 12:40 matinee under the summer sun, get your tickets. Get them now, Mariners.com. And don't forget, part of that homestand, we'll get the White Sox for 4 and then the Toronto Blue Jays for 3, their only visit. There's Corey Hart. Foul back. And Chen was outstanding against the Mariners last week in Seattle. Corey Hart right now trying to get back on a good foot. 1 for his last 7.
Well, 25 pitches now from Chen. And he's right around 80% fastballs, which I think he'll be in that area throughout the game. We saw that in Seattle. Another fastball right there. Okay, 26 pitches, 19 strikes for Chen.
Jones coming in. Easy inning, 1, 2, 3. Quietly go the Mariners in the second in the scoreless game here in Baltimore. First of 3. Seattle Mariners baseball on Root Sports is being brought to you by Ford. We are local. And by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest. For more info, visit emeraldqueen.com. Orioles drawing well. Winning has a lot to do with it. They're 6th in attendance in the American League. Almost 30,000 per ball game. Here's Nelson Cruz. Club home run and RBI leader. Heck of a race in the American League East. Chopped off the plate. Seager throws him out. Big first out here in the second inning. In the American League East, Baltimore and Toronto battling. Yankees hovering about 5 back. The Rays give up David Price, 2 under 500. The Red Sox, well, that white flag, you see it all over Boston these days. But man, that's unbelievable. The Angels were up by 7.5 for the first wild card, and then you got the Blue Jays, the Mariners chasing them, and the Royals and Yankees very much in the mix as well. There's Chris Davis, who struck out more times than anybody in the American League, 124 times.
Hitting just 198 with 17 home runs on the year.
He's been susceptible to pitches like that.
Well, most left-handed hitters have been with Elias on the mound. Lefty's hitting just 200 off of him on the year.
Popped it up. Taylor is there to make the play. 2 outs. 124 strikeouts for Davis. That's not the most in the majors. B.J. Upton at 135. That's the most in the major leagues. Quick 2 outs here in the second. J.J. Hardy, shortstop, coming to bat. Much better rhythm here in the second inning for Elias. One. Taylor to his left. Fine play. 1, 2, 3 go the Orioles in the second inning. Good pitching in this ball game early on. No score. Third, Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports crew. Let's revisit, shall we? Seattle City Light power play Thursday in Cleveland. This is your game winner. Mike Zunino just unloads.
His 17th home run on the season. Leads all American League catchers in home runs. And for the first time in a long time, he also leads the Mariners in home runs. It's been Kyle Seager.
Wow.
For the majority of the year, but now it's Mike Zunino as he turns on that fastball. In fact, Zunino's hit 10 home runs in his last 30 games.
Looking at the catcher's list of home runs, Devin Mesoraco with 18 leads in majors. Gaddis and Zunino are tied at 17 at second place. Evan Gaddis of the Braves, you'll see them next week. Zunino, Taylor, and Austin Jackson in the third against Wei Chen.
Returning on that first pitch fastball, he came back with a good changeup.
And Mike strikes out. 3-pitch came. Game 2 tomorrow here in Baltimore. CenturyLink link to what's next. Thrilled to say that James Paxton is back 2-0 with a 2.25, and Lloyd McClendon said if he can come back out of the box the way he did to start the season, they're really going to have something. Miguel Gonzalez will oppose him, and then Hisashi Iwakuma against former Mariner Chris Tillman.
James has been out of the mix for so long. It's almost making a trade for a left-hander to help you out the rest of the way. So it's good to have him back.
What did you say? This guy's throwing 90-90, 6'5", all arms and legs. Come on, he can pick up where he left off. It's going to be special. Only 2 to Taylor.
Hopefully things starting to come together for him. Get Paxton back. You'll get Saunders and Willie Bloomquist back.
Strike 3 call. Taylor didn't think so. Ricky caught looking. 2 away. Take a look at our Coors Light Cold Hard Facts. And here are the numbers on the 2 new acquisitions, Austin Jackson and Chris Denorfia. Both bring something to the table. Gotta like it.
Yeah. You see Jackson, a leadoff hitter throughout his career, has scored a lot of runs being a leadoff hitter. Then again, Denorfia, a 300 hitter against left-handers. You can see that at the bottom in his career, 301 average versus lefties.
Jackson takes strike 1-1. He struck out first time. Rick Riz and I were down in the dugout asking Lloyd McClendon as we waited for Austin to get here, what do you like most about Jackson? He says he's a great kid, fun-loving kid. He does impressions of his teammates, the way they walk, talk, swing. And Rick said, does he do an impression of you? He said, he better not. I'll send him back to Detroit. Front drive to score. 1-2-3 go the Mariners in the 3rd. Bottom of the 3rd. King Felix is calling all fans to join his Royal Court next Tuesday when he takes the hill against the All-Star Freddie Freeman and the Atlanta Braves at 7:10. There's a drive into the down the right field line. This off the back of Delman Young, who hurt the Mariners last week. A monster home run, and Delman into second with his 8th double.
Elias trying to get ahead of him with a first pitch fastball, 93 miles an hour. Probably middle in, inside out swing by Delman Young. A late swing, but it worked out for him as he dumps it down the right field corner. And Denorfia trying to get it in quickly, but that will be a double, leadoff double for Young here in the 3rd inning.
Delman Young, a 3-run homer against Iwakuma on Tuesday, July 24th. There's Caleb Joseph, the catcher. Matt Wieters, all-star catcher, done for the season. Tommy John surgery. And this young man getting the bulk of the work since Matt went down after playing in just 26 games.
Late swing on that first pitch. It looked as if he was trying to hit the ball to the right side after the leadoff double. And there you can see it again. Inside out swing. Trying to move him along. A couple of good fastballs from Elias. Going to keep it in on his hands. Baltimore, we've talked about the home runs. And take a look at this swing. Inside out swing. You see him pull his hands close to his body. Trying to force it over to the right side of the field. Move the runner up. We talked about the Orioles being second in home runs. They're also hitting .270 as a team with runners in scoring position.
Big number. Zunino blocks it 1 and 2. That's 19 games. The Orioles are 13 and 6. Fouled off. Orioles jumped into first place in the American League East back on July 3rd. They're tied for those in the third and the fourth, and they've owned it the rest of the way.
They've had to play good baseball to stay out in front of Toronto. They've won 7 out of their last 10. Again, Toronto winning 9 out of 10.
And Toronto spent the back end of July beating up on the Rangers, Yankees, and Red Sox.
Schedule is definitely in their favor.
Your thoughts on the white flag in Boston? That's unreal, isn't it?
Well, they were worst to first to worst again.
Right.
There's a lot of changes, though. They basically traded away their starting rotation at the beginning of the year.
Interesting to see. I believe I heard that Cespedes, his contract's up after next year.
Yeah, they have control of him through next year.
Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Caleb Joseph gone. Big out. First out in the third inning. Second strikeout.
And I like this pitch. Just a good pitch from him. Curveball. I think the only thing that Joseph is going to be able to do is pull this pitch if he's able to hit it, and he is not. Good 12-6 curveball. Great look at our McDonald Supermo and the spin, the rotation of the ball as he swings right over the top of it. Elias will get a lot of strikeouts with that pitch.
Jonathan Scope, the second baseman. A lot of people talking about the A's trading their cleanup man from the best offensive team in baseball. At this time of year, that's got to be a first. I haven't read or seen anything that has beaten that.
No, I have never even heard of such a thing. Typically, clubs that are trying to get into the postseason and looking, especially the A's, trying to get deep into the postseason, they're not going to trade guys off of their major league club. They're trying to strengthen their club. But to get a quality pitcher in Lester, it's a good looking rotation that they have now. But I was surprised to see that Cespedes was sent packing over to Boston.
It's like MLB turned into this humongous poker game yesterday. Billy Beane, Dave Dombrowski, and others. Those two guys, they had a boatload of chips and they shoved them all in the middle. Oh, 2 to Scope, 1 out, runner at second. Delman Young, not a fast runner. Breaking ball, good one. Strikes out Scope. That's 2 away. Third strikeout for Elias.
Have a look at it. Another breaking ball. This is his strikeout pitch. He'll typically save it until he gets a couple of strikes. He can throw one. Doesn't break quite as hard for a strike early if he wants to, but he's typically trying to bury that pitch.
Jim Presley, hitting coach for the Baltimore Orioles. Former Mariner, and a good one. Here's Nick Markakis. Staying with the breaking ball, it misses. Markakis with a base hit to center field on a 3-1 pitch. Open up the Orioles first. 2-0. Happy first day of August. Final 2 months of the regular season. Should be plenty of interest, intrigue, excitement, and drama coming up. It's game number 109 for the Mariners. 2-0 pitch. In there for a strike.
Another good changeup. Markakis, his first time up, was ahead in the count 3-1. Elias challenged him with a fastball, and he hit it hard back up the middle. This time 2-0. He comes back with a changeup to get back in the count.
Two outs, man at second, a 2-1 pitch. Off the end of the bat, it will stay fair. Zunino throw down to third. Everybody's safe. Well, one thing wouldn't go foul.
It's a good pitch from Elias. Breaking ball off the plate, and it goes down. Zunino can tell right away that ball will stay fair. Didn't have a play on Markakis. We needed Delman Young to take one more step and maybe have a chance to get him.
So now runners at the corners for Manny Machado, who struck out 3 pitches. Line drive to center field, 1-0 Baltimore. As Young scores on the base hit by Manny Machado. And his 28th RBI. I think that Young scored, beg your pardon. Young scored. Delman Young scored. Markakis down to second.
Now, it looked like it was a first pitch changeup. One of the few bad ones that he has thrown. It was up out over the plate. Machado jumped all over it. Take a look at this last pitch, and it is the changeup. 85 miles an hour up out over the plate.
So Delman Young trots home, 1-0 Baltimore. Machado with the RBI. 2 out, 2 on. Adam Jones bounced into a double play. Terrific step and a dive by Kyle Seager around the horn.
I think it's safe to say that Kyle robbed him of a base hit. It was a great play by Kyle, and again, Adam Jones, a .394 hitter against lefties.
Orioles 7th in runs scored in the American League. One.
Let's see, 17 pitches in the inning for Elias. 35 total. Still a lot of strikes, though. 35 pitches, 26 strikes for him.
1-1 to Jones. Late on that swing, 1-2. Markakis at second, Machado at first. A nifty pitch to fool Jones. It strikes him out. Fourth strikeout for Elias. Gives up 1 run. And the Orioles break on top first. 1-0. Top 1-0. Top of the fourth. Make sure you join us as we honor the man who led the Mariners to 840 wins and 3 division titles during his reign as Seattle manager. Friday, August 8th, Lou Piniella Hall of Fame luncheon. It's at Safeco Field. Make sure you're there to see Sweet Lou and other Mariner legends, including Edgar Martinez and Jay Buhner. It'll be one unforgettable afternoon. Get your tickets to this unique event on the Safeco Field Diamond. Log on to mariners.com/HOF. Clouds are getting thicker. But word is, according to the weather map, the radar and everything, we're going to get this game in. Fingers, toes, arms, everything crossed.
I was just thinking that. Yes, sir.
Dustin Ackley, Robinson Cano, and Kendrys Morales, 2-3-4. In the fourth inning against Wei and Chen, who struck out 3. They did go as they checked with Tim Welke. Ackley grounded out to second. Here comes the 1-2. He has 2 hits against Wei and Chen. Two for 11. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Bounce run forward. Robinson Cano's on deck. Infield hit his first time. Swings and misses. 4th strikeout for Chen.
Threw him a couple of off-speed pitches early in the at-bat, but at 3-2 he comes right at him with a fastball. Looks like it's just off the plate away, and Dustin chases it. We talked about it. He was really good at Safeco Field. Again, just giving up 5 hits through 8 innings. It looks like he's sharp again tonight. Only 1 base hit for the Mariners, and that base hit an infield hit for Cano.
Back Chen's on a heck of a roll. He's won 4 consecutive games. He won against Texas and Washington, here at Oakland and at Seattle.
Well, he's like pitching against the American League West this year. He's 5-0 against the West.
He's had a lot of success against the American League West. The Orioles 19-11 against the AL West. Down low. And that's a major league best. Also won 6 in their last 7 home games against the West, dating back to June 30. 1-1 to Cano. Get the other way for a base hit. Familiar theme. Robbie picks up his 2nd base hit of the ball game.
Able to stay on a breaking ball just off the plate away. But pretty good hitting with all the fastballs that Chen is throwing. So lefty on lefty, breaking ball just off the outside corner and down. Good pitch. Better hitting by Cano.
Hit number 134 for Robbie. Morales lined out to right his first time. Ball 1 to Kendrys. Takes for a strike. Look at a guy like Morales. You got to believe just a matter of time. He's 2 for 23 since his return here to the Mariners. And there's a knot there. It's going to get into the corner. Cano to second. He'll get to third. Rich Donnelly going to wave him on. The left fielder's Del Mignon. Here's the relay to the plate. Cano is safe. Tie ball game at 1-1. Kendrys Morales drives home Cano to tie it up.
You're barely able to get it out of your mouth, Dave, and there you go, double down into the corner. And how about Cano showing some speed, scoring for first?
I like it.
Talked about it before the game with Morales. He's had a lot of success against the Orioles, and especially here in this ballpark. Gets a fastball up, hits it down into the corner, and Cano slide in. I like it. First, able to beat the throw. Joseph actually drops the ball. A good play.
Kyle Seager with a chance to put the Mariners in front. Breaking ball for strike.
Take a look at it. Donnelly waving and didn't hesitate at all. And I think Robbie knew it was going to be a close play as he slides in.
Oh, 1 to Seager. Off the plate. For the season, Morales with his 21st RBI. His 3rd since returning to the Mariners. Big bender for a strike. He's been very productive, very tough against the AL West. Oh, he got fooled mightily there. Seager's a strikeout victim. That's the 5th K by Chen.
Take a look at the relay throw. Hits off the cut of the grass. Long enough hop. Probably should have been able to handle it.
He really fought that. It didn't have soft hands.
Well, he was trying to make a quick tag on it, too. Would have been a really good play. Again, the 2 best defenses in the American League in this series.
There's Denorfia for the 2nd time. He grounded out to short.
Saw Chen the first time through the lineup. A lot of fastballs. He's switching up. He's down around 65% fastballs now from the 80 that he was the first time through. So more off-speed pitches from him.
Oh, 1 pitch. Breaking ball hit the other way. Markakis is there. He had that much hang time. Real good chance Nick was going to get to it. Mariners going to run on 2 hits, tied up at 1-1. Seattle Mariners baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Seattle City Light. Visit seattle.gov/WePower for more information. By CenturyLink, your link to what's next. By BNSF Railway, sponsor of the BNSF Blast. And by Jack in the Box. Head to Jack in the Box for the new jalapeno ranch or barbecue ultimate cheeseburgers at participating restaurants. First of 3 here in Baltimore. You got a 1-1 ball game. The Mariners and the Orioles. Here's Nelson Cruz to lead it off. Kendrys Morales drove home Robinson Cano. A single by Robbie, a double by Morales. Cruz in his first time, he grounded out to Kyle Seager. Cruz second in the American League to Jose Abreu. Cruz with 29 home runs, Abreu with 31. Sixth in RBIs with 75. Two and 1 to count. Cruz to be followed by Chris Davis and J.J. Hardy.
Good news for the Mariners so far. Elias has been efficient with his pitching. Only 41 pitches now. And the reason why that is important is they're watching his innings and how many pitches that he's throwing. So maybe he can maybe get one more extra inning out of him tonight. And keep his pitch count down.
3-1 to Cruz. Slicing drive, backs up. Austin Jackson gets over his head, base of the fence. Double for Cruz. He is some kind of strong. 19th double.
Well, you're not going to see a baseball get hit much harder than this. A screaming line drive. Fastball 93 in the middle of the plate. But Jackson trying to get back in time, but really no chance to get back there. That's on a line over his head. Elias fortunate that he didn't elevate that. Again, Cruz with 29 home runs on the year.
Here's Chris Davis. Popped up to Chris Taylor. Shortstop, breaking ball, strike one.
See his totals, 43 pitches, throwing a lot of strikes again, 31 strikes for him.
Two.
He doesn't look nearly as confident as what we saw from him last year, does he?
Not at all. 53 home runs, 138 RBIs, best in the American League. And his third in the MVP vote, was an all-star. The year before in 2012, he went for 33 homers and 85 runs batted in. Played off the breaking ball, 1-2. This guy's going to get well. Make sure it starts on, let's say Monday or Tuesday. Popped it up. To Norfield.
And Elias was fortunate. He ended up getting away with a hanging breaking ball right there.
Couldn't agree more. Deep sigh of relief was Roenis.
Typically, he'll do a good job of getting this pitch down out of the strike zone, but this one just kind of hangs in the middle of the plate. Davis puts a good swing on it and skies it out to right. Rick waits out of the dugout. There are a number of pitches that were elevated in that at bat, so maybe just trying to get him back down bottom of the strike zone. trips take a little bit longer. Rick waits and Robinson Cano
does translating.
Yeah, helping out.
Mariners infield: Seager, Taylor, Cano, and Morales. Outfield of Ackley, Austin Jackson, and Chris Denorfia. Zunino behind the plate. To be J.J. Hardy. 0 for 1, ground out to short. Way outside, ball 1. Swing and a miss, 1-1. They want to play this guy cheaply. Hardy, years 2011 through 13, led all major league shortstops with 77 home runs. Ford, Adley there, 1-2.
Doing a good job at mixing up his pitches. Again, I like his changeup. It's a pitch that he's really improved since what we saw in spring training, and it's helped him out. The last pitch, good fastball off the outside corner, had a little run to it. 93 miles an hour.
On 2 strikes. And that's a wild pitch getting by Zunino. He never had a chance on that one down to third.
That will be a wild pitch. It was a curveball. He bounced it out in front of home plate again. To Davis, he left a couple of them up. Rick Wace went out to the mound. I think he wanted to make sure that he was able to get this one in the dirt. Take a good look at our McDonald's Supermo, and that's right over the top of a 12-6 curveball. And you can see how far out in front of home plate that ball bounced. And with that type of rotation, that 12-6 rotation, it's going to take a bigger hop. Typically isn't a problem if it's a little bit closer to Zunino. He can smother it, but that far out there, just no chance.
So 1 out runner at third now. 2-2 to Hardy.
Have the infield in.
Overthrew that one, full count. 3-2. Gelman Young on deck. Three-two pitch. Just got a piece of it. Orioles scored first, Manny Machado, third inning RBI single. Fourth inning for the Mariners, RBI double by Morales in this 1-1 game.
Well, Elias didn't want to give in to him. He did not throw him a 3-2 fastball. That was a changeup off the plate away. See if he'll come back with it again, or maybe it's curveball.
Into to Hardy. A piece of that.
And another changeup.
Gelman Young got a leadoff double and scored in the third inning.
This can be a big out for him. You get this out without letting the runner score. You can go ahead and put Young on if you want to. You have Joseph hitting behind him. Joseph just hitting 203. Young's hitting 328.
3-2. Walked him. That was in some danger. First walk. Runners at the corners. 1 out here in the fourth. Mariners have turned 1 double play. They could use another. Coors Banquet and the Wildland Firefighter Foundation support the brave firefighters who protect us. A donation of 25 cents from each case of Coors Banquet purchased between now and August 31st will go to the Wildland Firefighter Foundation. Please help us protect our West and support our wildland firefighters. Young doubled into the right field corner. Leading off the third. First pitch. Outside for ball one. Doesn't have a good feel, does he?
No, one of the things we've talked about with Elias, especially when he was struggling going into the break, is it was his fastball command. And in this game tonight, it looked as if he was able to find it. He was really good with it his last two outings. But right now, his fastball has left him. Basically, one pitch that he can throw for a strike and have confidence throwing is his changeup. He's missed badly with the last couple of fastballs.
He's in trouble here. 2-0. Runners at the corners, 1 out in the 1-1 game.
And there's the changeup.
2-1.
One of the things that you have to like about the young man, today's his birthday, 26 years old, is he's not afraid to throw any pitch at any time. Right there behind the count, going with his changeup. A lot of times young pitchers, especially if they have a good arm, and Elias does, they try to throw even harder. He's backed off a number of times with his changeup.
Nervy kid. Here's the 2-1. Taylor, Cano, and here's your second double play as Delman Young really busted it down the line, but a 6-4-3 double play bails out Elias here in the 4th inning. Fandom quite seriously, going with the home team colors. 1-1 ball game as we go to the 5th. We take a look at the Mariners calendar, brought to you by Sleep Country USA. Weekend series here, then a day off at home, and then 2 games with Atlanta, a day and a night. A night and a day game, but they got them reversed, and then 4 with the White Sox, and then the Blue Jays come to town. Blue Jays, team you got to be concerned about. They're playing some good ball and doing a lot of damage without Edwin Encarnacion.
Well, and they're right out in front of the Mariners right now, so that will be a big series for them.
Corey Hart, Mike Zunino, Chris Taylor, bottom third of the order for the Mariners here in the 5th. 1-1 game. Morales tied it up with an RBI double in the 4th. Curry gets into one, deep center field. Going back is Jones on the track. Step from the wall. And out.
It's a slight breeze tonight. I thought maybe Corey had a chance. Adam Jones, he knows this outfield. Had about a step before he hit the wall. Plenty of time to get back on it. Ball had some air underneath it. And take a look at the flags. Not doing much.
Here's your weather, the latest. 80 degrees, calm. sky is an ominous color, sort of a almost battleship gray mixed with purple. Just from our vantage point from behind home plate looking out, mixed with the lights of the ballpark. There you go. Zunino struck out on 3 pitches. One. Nasty breaking ball. 1-2. Corey Hart wish he had just a little more oomph. That fly ball that he hit. Lino did flinch. He knows the ball all the way.
The fans' reaction
right
now.
Right. Went fishing there. Chen has a half dozen strikeouts and a quick 2 outs here in the 5th. Century Link link to what's next. We're excited to see the return of James Paxton tomorrow evening. We'll be with you on air at 3:30. Miguel Gonzalez will be his opponent, and then Sunday, Coma takes the mound against the former Mariner Chris Tillman.
The hope right now is that James can get through the first couple of innings. He's going to be pretty excited to get out to the mound again. It's been a long time for him. He's put in a lot of work. And hopefully he can settle down quickly in the game tomorrow.
Taylor took a called 3rd strike his first time. Out of play. Oakland leads the West by 2. Baltimore in the East by a 1.5. Detroit by 4 in the Central. Good looking breaking ball. 22. Clayton Kershaw was brilliant again last night for the Dodgers, who lead by 3.5 over the Giants. Milwaukee by 2 over St. Louis in the Central. Washington a 1.5 on Atlanta.
Mentioned Chris's strikeout, his first at bat. The 3rd strike to him was a fastball on the inside corner, and it looks as if Chen tried to go there with the last couple of pitches. Fastballs in on him. And they're all back in there again.
And we'll do it again at 2-2 with 2 outs, nobody on.
I always find it interesting. Chris obviously hasn't been here for very long, but watch the different clubs and how they approach him and trying to figure out if there's any holes in his swing.
Who he is and where he's coming from.
That's it. Off to a good start. 3:53 at the start of the game today.
2-2 pitch.
Good job of laying off of that breaking ball after a couple of fastballs in on his hands.
Austin Jackson, the Mariners' new center fielder, is on deck. He's 0 for 2. Here we go. Payoff pitch here to Taylor. Hits it well. Deep center field. Back goes Jones. Not going to get it. One hop off the fence. Taylor will hold at second with a double. His 3rd since his call-up. That's a big knock there. 2 outs here in the 5th inning, and gives Austin Jackson an opportunity to put the Mariners in front.
And a good at-bat for Chris Taylor. Fought off some pitches. Finally was able to get a fastball. They tried to go back inside again, but this fastball leaks out probably middle away. He's able to get the barrel to it.
Good ride there, buddy, young man. Hit that a long way. Here's Jackson's strikeout and a line out to second base.
Had a good swing at that pitch. It looked like a changeup away from him.
Here are his numbers, and since early June, hitting at a .314 clip. He's a leadoff hitter this year for the Tigers at .333. 1-2. Elias in a 1-1 ball game. Hoping Jackson can come up with a 2-out base hit, 2-strike base hit. And he swings through. 7th strikeout for Chin. 2-out double goes for naught. 1-1. This evening, looking down Utah Street, one of the great venues in baseball, Memorial Park at Camden Yards. Right now it is time for you to tweet your photos using the hashtag Mariners Fan Photo for a chance to have it shown later in the game. Brought to you by AT&T. Dave Sims, Mike Blowers, and our Roots Sports crew here in Baltimore. First of 3. Elias on the mound for the Mariners. He's got 8-9-1 Oriole order. Caleb Joseph to lead off, followed by Jonathan Scope and Nick Markakis. So far tonight, Elias has struck out 4, walked 1, given up a run on 5 hits. Joseph struck out on a 1-2 pitch his first time.
In the bottom of the 4th inning, he lost his fastball command. Had a little bit of time in the dugout. I'm sure Rick Waits had a conversation with him, see if they can get him back in the strike zone. There's a good fastball for a strike.
Foul territory. DeNorfia. Wow, he almost got that. Never quit on it. Pretty good hang time.
He covered a lot of ground, too. He was out towards right center. Tries to make a sliding catch over on the warning track.
Michael Jordan there with the tongue. 1-2 pitch coming. Caleb Joseph in his big league debut back on May 7 at Tampa Bay. His first hit against Detroit May 13th.
Well out in front of a changeup, cueing it off the end of his bat.
One and two. Able to hold. He did, said Clint Fagan.
Good fastball. Wanted to throw it on the inside corner. Just missed with it. I was able to get it inside. 92 miles an hour. Let's see. I think he did. I think he was able to check it.
Two and two. Struck him out. Fifth strikeout for Elias. One out here in the fifth inning. Catch all of the second half action on MLB.TV Premium, the #1 live streaming sports service. Watch every out of market game live in true HD on more than 400 devices. Visit Mariners.com for details. Here's Jonathan Scope, the second baseman. He struck out his first time. Chopper Elias takes care of it. Strong throw. Two down. Here's Brett Adam. All right, Brett, thank you. Quick 2 outs here in the fifth. Back to the top of the order. Begins the third time around for the Orioles. Nick Markakis. 2 for 2. Base hit to center and squibbed one down the third baseline for a base hit. Manny Machado, who's on deck, he put the Orioles on top in the third inning. 2-out RBI single to center. And with 1 out and Cano at first, Morales doubled him home. Double to left field. He hung a curveball and it's hit right at Austin Jackson. That'll do it for the Orioles in the fifth inning. 1-1 game. Baltimore, Mariner fans in the house. Always good to see them flying the colors as we check out our Geico, this state in MLB history. Mike Cameron homering off of Boston's Jeff Fassero in the 19th inning to end the longest game in Safeco Field history. 19 innings.
Hit that home run out to right field. Baltimore playing 13 innings last night.
And Mike Cameron, we mentioned Mike Cameron, now with a new center fielder with the Mariners, Austin Jackson. I remember when he came up a few years ago, he said, my goodness, he's a spitting image of Mike Cameron. Not related, but he's the doppelganger, that's for sure. Ackley, Cano, and Morales, 2-3-4 here in the 6th. Ray and Chen has not fallen behind 2-0 all night. 12-0-2 or 1-2 counts. Just 1-2-0 or 2-1 count.
Similar performance that we saw at Safeco Field when the Orioles were in town. Been aggressive with his fastball.
On 2 strikes. What do you think of the Cardinals move? They bring in Lackey, they bring in Masterson, they get rid of Joe Kelly and Alan Craig.
Well, I think it certainly helps them this year, but I still like Alan Craig. He had the foot injury, missed a lot of time, was having a down year, but when we saw him a few years ago, he looked like he was one of the better hitters in the National League, so we'll see if he can get healthy and do something to help out Boston. And Kelly, same thing, he just can't stay healthy when he is. Pretty good pitcher, so we'll have to see on that one. But it'll help St. Louis right now.
Cardinals 2 back, Milwaukee. NL Central. 1-2. Ackley jumps on a hanger, base hit right field. Fifth hit for the Mariners. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Hey, get your hot dogs here. That's the way I used to eat hot dogs, not like the boomstick in Texas.
Well, that thing.
Jeez. The stomach ache thinking about that one. 26, and the dent in your pocket's pretty substantial too. Cano didn't like that call. 0-1.
Well, I thought that pitch was down. First pitch fastball at 93 miles an hour. Cano 2 for 2 in the game today. He scored the 1 run for the Mariners.
Todd Titchener, the home plate umpire. Pounds this one off the plate. Davis charges. And he'll tag Cano. And the second goes Ackley. For Morales, another RBI opportunity.
He's had 2 good at bats off of Chen. Lined out to right and then hit his double down in the left field corner.
RBI double in the 4th, his 3rd hit in Chapter 2. Kendrys Morales as a Mariner. Morales had it to do over again if he would start this year differently. He didn't like that call at all either. He goes in a long walk. Says a few things about the umpire to himself.
Oh, I don't think there's any question he would do things a little bit differently.
Probably going to hit him more in November, December when final analysis. It's like, geez, I sat out. I could have done this. I could have done that. I didn't have to miss that amount of time. Didn't have to lose that much out of my pocket.
Yep. No, there was really nothing good about it for him, other than he's now where he wants to be, and that's in Seattle.
He's going back to his Wayne Gretzky look too, with the shirt out and back left side. He's at home. He's comfortable. That's good. It's a good sign. That's how he rolls. As long as he's hitting line drives, who cares?
Great point.
Look like the old White Sox. Remember they hit the shorts?
Oh, yeah, the softball uniforms.
That was not a good look. Boy, McClellan likes where his club is right now, especially adding the two new guys, the veterans, Austin Jackson and Christian Northwood. Fabulous pitching. Says this guy, Kendrys Morales, says that he is going to hit. A few other guys rolling too. Charging is Manny Machado. Flips over to get Morales. Over to third goes Ackley. Lou Piniella, he's going to become the 8th member of the Mariners Hall of Fame during a special pregame ceremony Saturday, August 9th. Text Lou, L-O-U, to 71532 to win 2 tickets in the commissioner's box for Lou Piniella Mariners Hall of Fame night. Plus, you can get your very own bobblehead of Sweet Lou. For more info, visit Mariners.com.
Mariners 0 for 4 tonight with runners in scoring position. I'm sure Lloyd is feeling a little bit better about things, and talked about it earlier, but having Paxton back tomorrow, going to get the start tomorrow, and then when he gets Bloomquist and Saunders off the disabled list, he'll finally have his team back. With some new additions.
There's Michael. Big thumbs up when I saw him in the clubhouse today. How we doing? Doing great. Excited about getting revved up again real soon.
Yeah, he's getting closer to going out on a rehab assignment. Been watching him take his batting practice lately, and he looks fine. That oblique problem. Swinging them out well the last few days.
One one to Seager. Ackley at third. That's foul. Leadoff single by Ackley. Cano. Easy ground out to the first baseman Davis. Ackley to second. Took third on the Morales ground out to Machado. 2 outs and a 1-2 count here to Seager. Pick that one up. That's Showalter's ball club. A really good year. 1-2 to Kyle. Struck him now. Boy, Yan Chen has been something. That's his 8th strikeout through 6. Strands a runner at third in this 1-1 game. Kings Court action coming up as a little earlier on Utah Street. Mariner fans in attendance here in Baltimore. King Felix calling all fans to join his Royal Court next Tuesday when he takes the hill against All-Star Freddie Freeman and the Atlanta Braves at 7:10. You're going to get a gold t-shirt, K-card, plus a seat in the King's Court for all $30. Pick up your seats right now to cheer on the King when you visit Mariners.com/Felix. And you can hang out at Edgar's too. Before, during, or after the ball game. Manny Machado rifles one. Deep right center field. Line of carry off the fence at 373. Northfield gets it back in. Lead off double. Machado. Back-to-back hits for him. He's 2 for 3. That's his 12th double of the year.
I thought this was going to be an important inning for Elias. It's the third time through the lineup. And you have Machado, Jones, and Cruz due up here. And Machado jumps on a first pitch fastball. Good looking at McDonald Supermont pitch running away from him. And he drives it out to the 373 sign. In fact, I think he hits the sign at the top of the fence. He does. Another double for Machado.
2 for 3 night for Manny. Strikeout in the first. RBI single in the third. Leadoff double here in the 6th.
Rick waits out to the mound, and it looks like Tom Wilhelmsen getting loose in the pen. So Rick trying to buy Tom a little bit of time to get loose. There's nobody throwing at the start of the inning, so Tom just getting started.
Bring up Adam Jones. Bounced into a double play and a strikeout victim in the third. Two best defensive teams in the American League. Two of the best pitching teams in the American League. Jones shows bunt, takes ball one. The Mariners #1 in ERA. The Orioles are 6th.
Thought Adam may try it. It was a leadoff double, and Kyle was playing deep, expecting him to swing the bat, as he probably should. 21 home runs on the year for Jones. Kyle will come in a couple of steps now.
Bouncing ball, Machado going to third. Oh, Taylor bobbles. There's no play.
Well, Chris on the play. He has the right idea. It's a poor base running mistake by Machado. You see the ball is hit to Machado's right. Typically, you're going to have to stay at second. He decides to go, and I think Chris Taylor would have been able to throw him out at third. But he ends up dropping the ball in the transfer. It's the right idea. Just didn't execute the play.
That brings up Cruz. When he's 6 there, has runners at the corners. Cruz with a long double. Away center field. 1 for 2 tonight. Two and 0. Next hitter is Chris Davis. Lefty has not looked good tonight. Popping out short, flying out to right. Two and 1 in Nelly Cruz. Machado at third, Jones at first. 2 and 1.
Elias able to get back into the count. Back-to-back changeups after falling behind 2-0. Well located changeups too. That's been a good pitch for him tonight.
Strike 3 call. That's the biggest strikeout of the night for Roenis Elias. Gives him 6 on the evening, 1 out here in the 6th inning.
Well, after the changeups, he needed to locate a fastball, and he was able to do it. 91 miles an hour, just off the outside corner. Take a look at it. Zunino will help the umpire out, Todd Tishner. You see the way that he holds it there. Good framing by Zunino. And a great pitch from Elias.
Runner set. The corners went out for Chris Davis. High fly ball to right field his last time up. Ball 1. Different cat from last year.
Good pitch from Elias again, changeup. He clearly isn't seeing the ball as well as he did last year. Last year he was locked in, had over 50 home runs on the year.
1-1. Swing looks like Josh Hamilton. Sometimes we see him going through a bad time. Flailing at the ball, not
a little bit long.
Yep.
Yeah.
Machado at third, Jones at first. One out.
Next pitch will be 80 for Elias. Tom looks like he's ready to go out in the bullpen. A couple of right-handers due up after Davis, Hardy and Young.
Mike Rojas, bullpen coach, along with Tom, J.J. Hardy. Got a 2-2 pitch here to Davis. Strike 3 called. Got him looking.
And another perfect pitch with his fastball on the outside corner. 93 miles an hour, so he's able to get the strikeout of Cruz on the outside corner. And here's another one, and watch Mike Zunino.
One out away from getting out of this jam here. He's got J.J. Hardy. He's grounded out to short and walked.
6 of his 7 strikeouts have come when he's been in the stretch. So he's made some big pitches when he's had to.
Wei Chen has been outstanding in the 6 innings, 8 strikeouts. Hasn't walked anybody. 1-0. Spot here, 2-0 after the strike.
Good curveball.
3-1. Real high wire act here in the 6th. Double by Machado, E6 on Chris Taylor. Back-to-back strikeouts looking Cruz and Davis. Now 3-1 here to J.J. Hardy. Fouled it off. 3-2.
5 pitches to Hardy, and he hasn't thrown him a fastball yet. been able to get his last 2 strikeouts on fastballs away. We'll see what he wants to do with Hardy right here. 4 changeups and a curveball so far in this at bat.
Crucial pitch here in the ball game. 3-2 to Hardy. Jones takes off, pitch, line drive up the middle. Cano can't get it. Jones to third as Machado scores. A 2-1 Baltimore lead. RBI J.J. Hardy is 33rd.
Tried to paint a fastball one more time. Again, a couple of strikeouts on the fastball in this inning. Tries to throw a fastball. They wanted to go inside. He was able to get it there, but Hardy fights it off right back up the middle. 94 miles an hour, and that will bring out Lloyd McClendon. Looks like he's going to get Tom Wilhelmsen.
Delman Young, tough right-hand hitters up next, and that'll do it for Elias here in the 6th. A 2-1 Baltimore lead in this first of 3 here in the great state of Maryland. Back with more right after this. Really angry with himself. 2-1 deficit right now here in the 6th. And take a look at some of his work here tonight.
I thought he had maybe one of his best changeups of the year. Some good curveballs that he was able to throw to pick up some strikeouts. Lost his fastball in the 4th inning, but was able to regain it. Started to command his fastball. He topped out at 94 miles an hour, but 7 strikeouts for Elias. Tried to get another one. There's a couple of good fastballs on the outside corner. Wanted just one more, but wasn't able to get it. 5 2/3, 7 hits, 2 runs, just 1 of them earned. Had a walk, 7 strikeouts through 87 pitches, 58 of those for strikes. Tom Wilhelmsen will take over. 1-2 record, a 2.34 ERA for Tom. 51 strikeouts at 26 walks. Opponents hitting just 171 against him.
Runners at the corners again. Jones at third, Hardy at first. Here's Delman Young. Ground ball, Cano waiting for it. 1 pitch, 1 out. Wilhelmsen very effective. Here in the 6th, that'll do it as the Orioles get a run on 2 hits. An error. Leave a couple. It's 2-1 Baltimore. Seattle Mariners baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And by Money Tree, proud to make a donation to Mariners Care for every Mariners win.
Keep coming.
Flying the Mariner colors here. Baltimore. Having a good time.
Okay, now just keep on going.
Mariners down 2-1. Bring up Chris Denorfia. Curry Hart and Mike Zunino against Wei Chen. Chen's been outstanding again against the Mariners. 8 strikeouts, no walks. Been in total command.
Well, in 14 innings this year, he's only given up 1 run against the Mariners.
Mariners saw him last week go 8 innings, 5 hit ball. 1 walk and 3 strikeouts and 109 pitches in that ball game back home in Seattle. There's Denorfia. 0 for 2. Ground out to short, fly to right. Line drive coming in. Delman Young.
Tough night for Denorfia. He's hit a couple of line drives right at some outfielders, lined out to right and now lining out to left. For Chen, 90 pitches on the evening. Nobody throwing in the Orioles bullpen.
There's Curry Hart. Took Jones to the wall. Fly ball his last time up 0 for 2. Good looking breaking ball from Wei Chen. He's in his 3rd season with the Orioles. In 2012 went 12-11 with a 4.02 ERA. Last year 7-7 with a 4.02, and it's a breakout year this year, 11-3. Welcome back grounder. J.J. Hardy goes over to Davis. 2 outs. So 2 outs in the 7th. See the Stars under the summer sun. You join us for the next Mariners matinee. It's coming up Wednesday. Kyle Seager and the Mariners take on Jason Hayward and the Braves. Special 12:40 start time. Get your ticket, a hot dog and Pepsi for as low as $15. Part of Safeco Insurance Grand Slam Family Package Day. Take advantage of this great deal. Log on to Mariners.com. There's Mike Zunino. Hardy will get another opportunity. Chin didn't break a sweat in the 7th. He threw 6 pitches to get his 3 outs. On 7th inning stretch coming up. Mariners 7th inning stretch being brought to you by Washington's Lottery and the Department of Imagination. What would you do if you won? Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports Crew as we take you out of Utah Street, Oriole Park, Camden Yards. And as per usual, they've been doing it since the days back at Memorial Stadium here in Baltimore. They play John Denver, the late John Denver's. They got him a country boy, one of the big traditions here in Baltimore. We're here for 2 more games after this. Our CenturyLink link to what's next. And so pleased to see James Paxton making his return tomorrow. He'll be opposed by Miguel Gonzalez, and then Hisashi Iwakuma takes on Chris Tillman, the former Mariner, with a 7-5 record. During batting practice, there was a good number of Mariner fans behind the Mariner third base dugout cheering on being true to the blue. Tom Wilhelmsen with 1 pitch to get the final out of the 6th inning. He's got Caleb Joseph, the catcher, Jonathan Scope, the second baseman, and Nick Markakis, the right fielder. Here in the 7th inning. Joseph tonight has struck out twice. Elias, 2 runs, 1 earned, 1 walk, 7 Ks in his 5 2/3. Tom, part of the best bullpen in baseball. Popped up and playable. Morales is under it. 1 out. Here in the 7th inning. Make sure you get downtown from the airport. For only $2.75 on Sound Transit's Link Light Rail. See how easy it is at soundtransit.org. There's Jonathan Scope, the second baseman.
Typically, if the club is going to make a pitching change, they would have somebody up in the pen right now. But Baltimore's going to stay with Chen. And only 6 pitches to get through the 7th inning, so he's going to go back out for the 8th.
Off the fist. Easy play for Morales again. Check in, get the latest from Brad Adam. Brad, what do you have? All right, Brad, thank you very much. Stephen Drew going to get a lot of time at second base the rest of the way. Brian Roberts, former All-Star, cut loose yesterday by the Yankees.
Well, it looks as if Andrew Miller is getting loose out in the pen for Baltimore.
Wired from Boston yesterday.
Hard throwing left-hander.
Yeah. Lloyd McClendon was with him in Detroit. Yeah, good inning here from Mr. Wilhelmsen as Seager throws out Markakis. Orioles going quickly in the 7th. 2 good pitching staffs, two good defensive units. You get a 2-1 ball game. The Mariners can already promise a clutch hit when they take on the White Sox Friday, August 8th. That's because it's EQC Girls Night Out. And when you purchase a specially priced ticket, you're going to pick up a Mariners fashionable clutch. This great accessory, a ticket to the game and your first drink is available for as low as $25. Only at mariners.com/girls. Time running short on the Mariners here, down 1. Mariners 14-19 in one-run games. The Orioles are 21-17 in that category. Quick one to Chris Taylor. He's going to lead it off. Followed by Austin Jackson and Dustin Ackley, 9-1-2.
David Lowe will take over in left field. So Delmon Young out of the game now.
Chen's tough. Still a breaking ball 0-2.
Once again, he's thrown a lot of strikes tonight. Had to use his off-speed pitches a little bit more in this one, but 96 pitches, 71 strikes for him tonight.
0-2. Taylor doubled the straightaway center field last time up. Took a cold third strike in the third. Long run from Markakis. Stayed with it. Nice play. Local knowledge too didn't hurt. Mariners Team Store Fan Dream Stakes contest. It's going on right now. When you stop by any of the 5 convenient Mariner Team stores to sign up, you're automatically entered to win one of 10 great prizes, including authentic Mariners apparel, a photo with the player, or even a chance to throw out the first pitch. Stop by Mariners Team Store to enter. 7 in a row retired now by Wyan Chen. Back to the top of the order. Austin Jackson 0 for 3.
Chen still has a good fastball. Next pitch will be 100 for him, but that last fastball at 94 miles an hour just missing the inside corner.
1-1. First time all night Chen's fallen behind 2-0. Play. See the lady in San Francisco, bleachers, home run, comes drinking a beer and knocked the cup out of her hand, and then had another ball come right at her later on in the ball game. She was ducking for cover.
I saw that.
What are the odds of that happening? 3-1 to Jackson.
She should have brought her glove with her.
I mean, that thing squared up that cup of beer.
Chen just not many pitches in the middle of the plate. He's fallen behind in this at bat. 2-0. Throws a perfect pitch on the outside corner. 3-1. Again, another pitch on the outside corner. So many times pitchers will give in. He's getting a little more of the plate, but he's been sharp tonight.
Another tight game here. 3-2. And that is the first walk issued by Wyan Chen. Tying run aboard here for the Mariners with 1 out.
And Buck Showalter out of the dugout in a hurry. He's going to get Andrew Miller.
Chen's going to get a huge ovation as he takes his leave. It'll be a battle of North Carolina Tar Heels when we come back. Andrew Miller and Dustin Ackley. coming over from the Red Sox in yesterday's flurry of trades. Wei Chen, our Columbia Bank difference in the game. He was outstanding again against the Mariners.
Yes, he was again. His fastball command early in the ball game. He threw a lot of fastballs at Safeco Field when he went 8 innings and did not give up a run. Started that way tonight, and then he started to mix in a bunch of off-speed pitches that gave the Mariners some trouble. Still able to locate his fastball. Had some extra zip on it even towards the end of the ball game, but it was a slider. And he pitched well. Just take a look at it. 7 1/3, 5 hits for him, 1 run. It was earned. Just the 1 walk, and that was just to Jackson. 8 strikeouts for him, 104 pitches, 75 strikes. Season high 8 strikeouts for Chen.
Andrew Miller out of Gainesville, Florida, went to the University of North Carolina, got out just as like a year ahead of Ackley's arrival. Drafted by the Tigers first round, 6th pick in the 06 draft. Lloyd McClendon quite familiar with him. Lloyd looking out, watching him just soft toss out in the outfield. It's like, oh, they got this kid. He's good. We had him in Detroit.
He has a great arm, but a couple of sliders to Ackley.
Ground ball to Scope with a Hardy for 1. Ackley beats it out.
Ackley with good speed, able to beat this out. Ground ball. It wasn't hit hard. Try by Hardy to make the turn, but Dustin beats it out. That'll bring up Robinson Cano. Cano 2 for 3, and he has scored the 1 run for the Mariners. Look at our McDonald's Supermo, and Dustin, he clearly beats it.
1-0 to Robbie. Cano just 1 for 12 against Andrew Miller. Another one.
Good fastball on the outside corner, 95 miles an hour.
Miller 6'7", 210. Gainesville, Florida. Gators couldn't keep him in town, so he goes to Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Dribbler off into the back. And Cano behind 1 and 2. Miller's been with Detroit for 2 years, Florida for 3. He's been with Boston since 2011 until yesterday's trade. Chance for Cano here, 1-2. 2-2. Early in his career as a starter, last 3 years has been coming exclusively out of the pen. Chen was strong tonight. Runner goes, pitch, throw down to second. Ackley trying to get a stolen base. We're going to move up to third. So the tying run 90 feet away, and a 3-2 pitch coming to Cano.
Stolen base for Dustin and an E2. Dustin moving up to third.
So Ackley with his 4th stolen base. He's 4 out of 7.
Gets a good jump. Joseph, the catcher, rushed the throw a little bit. You could see it skip off the grass. Tough play for Hardy out at short.
Here is a wonderful opportunity. 3-2 pitch to Cano. He laid off it. Ball 4.
Didn't want to give in to him. A 3-2 slider off the plate. That'll bring up Morales. Morales 1 for 3 tonight with a double. He's driven in the 1 run. Came back in the 4th inning.
Morales 0 for 1 against long tall Andrew Miller. Spot in the 8th. Swing and a miss. Chen, the starter. Back-to-back outstanding performances against the Mariners. Morales, a .364 career hitter against Baltimore. Hit 5 home runs, 3 of them here at Camden Yards. Not go as they check with Clint Fagan.
Andrew Miller really wanted that pitch. It was a breaking ball, just missing the inside corner. It does look like it was inside.
Two and one. Count to Kendrys Morales. Bouncing ball foul. Fielded by Rich Donnelly.
Couple of strikes, leaving him out a double steal. Then Cano.
I'm in.
I doubt that Joseph will throw down a second if Cano goes.
I'm all in. Anything proactive and aggressive for this team that struggled to score runs. Cano, not a big lead. Pitch. Hardy. Flip to Stoke. That'll do it. No runs. No hits. No, 1 error. 2 left. 2-1 Baltimore. Tried all 4 men that he's faced tonight. Got Manny Machado. Strike 1. Machado, Adam Jones, Nelson Cruz, 2, 3, 4. Taylor backhand slips. Good strong throw. Dropped by Morales. Couldn't hold on.
Yeah, he stumbled on the backhanded play. He did show a strong arm, though, trying to make up the difference. The throw was a little bit wide. You look at our McDonald Supermo in the backhand, and his right foot will slip a little bit. You can see him slide, and that threw him off. Still was able to stay on his feet. Good job with that. Showed a strong arm, but it was just too wide. Morales was trying to keep his foot on the bag and make the catch.
Be a base hit. Tom thought he had one. Leadoff man's aboard. Here's Adam Jones. Zach Britton warming up for Baltimore. Singing happy birthday to Adam. Here's Zach Britton.
Hard throwing left-hander.
He was impressive last week, wasn't he?
Come right after the Mariner hitters, too. Good fastball.
High fly ball, right center field. Jackson taking control. Next play. Two new teammates getting to know each other. Austin Jackson and Chris DeNorfia. One out, runner at first. Brings up Nelson Cruz. Cruz this evening, 1 for 3. Got a double to straightaway center field. Last time up, took a called third strike. Ball 1 to Nelson. He's 2 for 10 against Big Tom. Two and 0. A lot off.
A slow curveball, able to get it over for a strike. He's thrown a lot of strikes tonight. 15 pitches, 11 strikes for him. A couple of borderline pitches at the start of this at bat, and he didn't get the call on either one.
Hanging up in the air for Ackley. I got to get their communication straight. Here's Ackley, throw back to first. Got him, double play. Dustin Ackley showing a real strong arm on that play to throw out Manny Machado, who's sort of okey-doking back to first base. Ackley saw it and threw him out. Nicely done. Here we go. Last 3 ups for the Mariners, coming up trailing 2-1. Seager at Baltimore. Question for you. Are you the ultimate Northwest Mariners fan in the state of Idaho? Then Root Sports is looking for you throughout the month of August. Send us your photo and story using hashtag UltimateNWFanID or by email at ultimatefan@rootsports.com. You can win a VIP trip for 2 in Seattle in September, personalized jersey, and more. Official rules, visit rootsports.com. Well, here we go. Mariners down a run. They're going to send up Seager, Denorfia, and Hart. The Mariners know about one-run games. 14-19 record in those contests. The O's are 21-17.
21 saves on the year for Britton. A 1.65 ERA, 48 strikeouts, 14 walks for him.
Seager clearly remembering this guy's going to come right at you.
And he was probably looking middle in. That fastball on the inside corner, wasn't able to catch up to it.
For 3 night for Kyle. Struck out his last 2 times up. Two balls, 1 strike. Got that throw by Ackley. It was outstanding.
Really good throw.
Double up Machado. Terrible base running play by Manning. 2-1. Down ball, J.J. Hardy. Shift on against Seager.
I think for Machado, he was watching and it looked as if Ackley was going to pull up a little bit because Jackson was running over. In the last minute, he reached out, and I think that extra step by Machado was the difference.
There's Denorfia. Good batting average against lefty pitching. For 3 in his Mariner debut. Arengus Medina warming up. Check his swing, 2-0.
No, he wasn't.
Oh, they checked.
Yeah, they checked on him.
Late check. 1-1.
Lloyd didn't like it. Clint Fagan, the first base umpire, called it a strike, said he went too far.
Swing ball to Stoke. 2 away. Last hope for the Mariners, Corey Hart. Corey Hart would love to get a hold of one and drive one out of this homer-friendly ballpark. 2-1 ball game. Jones coming in. So is the new left fielder low, and that will do it. 2-1 final. Orioles win the first of 3. They've now won 3 out of 4 on the season against the Mariners, and Wyan Chen does it again to the Mariners. He dominates, and he comes up with the win, his 12th of the season.
And the Mariners will be looking for some offense tomorrow, but the two really good bullpens in this series. I think they're going to be low-scoring games again. James Paxton, hopefully he's on top of his game. He will be back on the mound tomorrow.
2-1 final here in Baltimore. Be back at it tomorrow. Right now, your Mariner post-game